Hey guys, Michael Gass, PDS Equipment. Today, this tip of the week, brought to you by PDS Equipment, is going to be about the Magic Wand tool. A very valuable tool, easy to use, and I like it, use it a lot. So let's talk about the Magic Wand tool. So first off, let's just show you what it does. So if I just click right here, it selects an area. Click right here, it selects an area. Hold shift down, select both areas. So you can select an area by using the magic wand tool, and you just click off the image to deselect. Um, so let's talk about some things we can do. First, let's talk about what the magic wand, how it works, what our tools are. So we basically have three tools that we can use: the sample size, the tolerance, and the contiguous. And first, let's talk about sample size. So if I make it a point sample, that means the point that I click on, it's going to grab that color and that color only. So let's take my tolerance down to 10. And let's put our sample size at 1, or point sample, and we click. See, we get a really small sample. I bring my sample size up to 3 by 3, get a little bigger area. Bring my sample size up to 31 by 31. So you get the idea. The the sample size, the bigger you look at, the more pixels it sees and averages out, and that's what it's going to select. If I want to select a very specific color, I'm going to go to point sample. I'm going to take my tolerance down to a really low number like 5, and I'm going to click, and see, it just gives me one little point. But if I uncheck, I am an uncheck. If I check contiguous, uncheck contiguous, I'm going to get it here in a minute, and I click, it looks at every pixel in the image that size. So if I check contiguous, it basically searches until I don't meet that criteria and creates a little island. If I check contiguous, it searches the entire image. So let's say I want to delete this background inside the image. I'm going to go to 31 by 31, make it a tolerance of 20. Let's say 25. Click here, shift, click here, and I've selected that. Now, if I want to manipulate that, I could, but let's say I just want to delete it. So I'm going to come over here to the little camera down at the bottom, hold Alt and click, and it deletes what I've selected. I'm going to Control Z, bring it back. If I just click the camera without holding Alt, I delete everything but that. So if you want to delete part of an image, you can do that. That comes in real handy when you're trying to create a valid pixel white plate and you don't want certain things to be shown, or if you have a pixelated image in your valid pixel white plate that's not working right, you can use that function. Another way you can do it is I'm going to turn on contiguous, and I'm going to click on this W. Then I'm going to shift, click on all of these letters, and I'm just quickly going to select all of these letters. Once I select them, I can go image, I can go adjustments, and I can go to hue saturation. And if you look, I drag it around, and I can actually change that color, and I can change my lightness, and I can change my saturation. So I can actually select something and change the color. Or let's say I wanted to make that gloss and I didn't want to make everything else gloss. Keep your original as is, Alt click, just click, save as, bring this in, create my gloss from this, and then I have a whole picture with just the gloss selected on the wanted. So let's say I want all of my dark. I really want to make this image pop. I want all of my dark to be gloss. So I would just click an area, uncheck contiguous, click an area, and click Alt, and it deletes all of my background. And again, you just adjust your numbers. You say I've got a little bit shining through there, so I would probably want to back off my tolerance a little bit where I picked up some of that. But you get the idea. So those are some of the ways. Preview and next week. Next week is going to be on texture and the tools we need in Photoshop and Illustrator to create texture, and this is going to be one of them. So hope that helps, and we'll see you next week. Michael Gas PDS Equipment with Tip of the Week.